Hello scholars, welcome to Informational Reading Lesson 19. This lesson we get to deep dive into what we call text structure. You'll be text structure experts after this unit. So first, let's start by gathering our materials. Make sure you have Lesson 19 packet in front of you with a pencil. Pause this video to locate your materials and we'll begin. Wonderful. Let's review the definition of text structure. It is the way the author organizes or builds the ideas in the text. Today, we're going to unpack what makes a text structure in a text or paragraph. But first, let's talk about text features heading 3. Today, we are going to focus on identifying the text structure when the headings are not clear. By analyzing the heading and deciding if the title is clear or unclear, if there are no headings, we have to skip to the next step or first chunk of the text. And ask ourselves, what author's craft choices did the author make? Did they use figurative language, a popular saying, or special punctuation? Then we also reread the section and identify the text structure by asking ourselves, how is the information in the section organized? Based on this structure and the ideas that are repeated throughout the section, how would I rename the heading and, if possible, include a text structure hint? As good readers, we do not just understand what the text is talking about, but how the text says it and why it says it. If we understand how the author organizes the information, when we get a deeper understanding of the main idea of the text. I always consider text structure as the bones that make a text. Our main idea and all the ideas that we come up with are the meat, but the skeleton is the text structure. Without the skeleton, it'll just be all mush and confusion. So text structure is very important. Before we begin, we're going to read a text called shopping. So let's go over 2 vocabulary words that do pop up in the text. Vocabulary is obsessed. It's to be preoccupied and filling the mind. And the next vocabulary word is a mall. It's a building with many different shops and stores. Let's think about the text. You'll see in your packet that the text looks a little different than what you're usually used to. It's because it's broken into 6 paragraphs. But first, look at the entire text as a whole. Take a minute to preview the text for the topic and the text structure. Yes, the topic is shopping. This text is all about shopping. In order for us to really dive into each paragraph separately, we must consider 3 questions. What do you notice about the order of the information? What do you notice about the language or a word choice that the author chooses? And what do you notice about the author's purpose for writing this text? So let's begin. Let's break this text apart into 6 paragraphs. We're going to do the first 3 paragraphs together, and then you will do the last 3 paragraphs, 4, 5, and 6, separately. The first paragraph, let's read it together. When someone goes shopping, they spend money. They also walk around to different shops to choose what they want. They could go to the mall or stay in a lone store. Shopping is relaxing, and you can do it with friends or alone. When I look at the paragraph, I'm already beginning to think about the author's choices, the decision he or she made about how to present the ideas in the paragraph. I see that the ideas in the paragraph are in a particular order. The author first defines what shopping is. The author then lists a number of characteristics about shopping, like how you can walk around to different shops. Each of these sentences is a different fact or characteristics about the topic shopping. go to the mall or stand alone. And then shopping is a relaxing, and you can do it with a friend or alone. There are lots of short sentences, and they are all in present tense. I also noticed that the author is clearly trying to give me as a reader a lot of characteristics about this topic of shopping, probably so that I can really understand what shopping is. So as I look, the order is listing one characteristic of shopping after another, and the language choice is present tense. Lots of short sentences, author's purpose, and describes what people do when shopping. What do you think the text structure of this paragraph is, knowing the order, language choice, and author's purpose? Ooh, I think it's descriptive because it says quick short sentences, present tense, and it's characteristics of a topic. Now let's look at the next paragraph, paragraph 2. Keeping the topic the same, shopping, we're going to consider the language choices, the order of information, and the author's purpose. President Obama went shopping for Christmas, presents for his daughters. After searching the Barnes & Noble, he selected 6 books for them. The girls were excited when they finally opened their presents on Christmas Day. Jot down the order of information you see, the language choices, and the author's purpose. Use your text structure poster to help you out. Wonderful. Looking at paragraph 2, what did you notice about the order of information? What did you notice about the language? What did you notice about the author's purpose? I noticed the order of information was the first event and last event. First, President Obama went shopping for Christmas presents for his daughter. After that, he searched in Barnes & Nobles, he selected books, and then he finally gave the books to his daughters for Christmas. The language choices I noticed is after and finally. These are the 2 words that tie to the events in time. And the author's purpose is telling what happened to people in order of when they happened. Wonderful job. Let's now read the 3rd paragraph together. At Justice, the clothes are actually very inexpensive, but very stylish. But at H&M, the clothes are much pricier and are pretty boring. At both stores, you can find pretty much any item of clothing, shoes, pants, shirts, belts, or even hats. Both stores are located in malls and attract young shoppers. What's the order of information? What language choices did the author use? And what is the author's purpose? Jot down in your graphic organizer in your packet. Wonderful. In paragraph 3, we notice the difference between stores. First, and then what they had in common. The author talked about the difference, about how Justice is inexpensive and very stylish, but in H&M, the clothes are pricier and boring. Those show the differences. And then I saw the word both, and it says that they're pretty much any items of clothing. That's something that both of the stores have in common. And then it also says both stores are located in the malls. That's another similarity. The author's purpose for writing this paragraph is he or she wants to tell us what makes 2 different places similar or different. Using what we just did, what is the text structure of paragraph 2 and 3? Use your text structure poster to determine the text structure of paragraph 2 and 3. Yes, paragraph 2 was chronological order. It gave us the events in time. Using words like after and finally, and in order of what happened. And paragraph 3 was compare and contrast. It gave us the similarities and differences about two stores. Now it is your turn. You're going to do paragraph 4, 5, and 6 on your own using the graphic organizers attached, thinking about the order of information, the language choices, and author's purpose. As always, feel free to rewind this video to locate all your signage posters needed to help you on your way to success for the deliverable. And just some words of encouragement. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Go get started. We're so proud of you. Have a wonderful day.